A very good morning to all students. Since there is no time and very little time, and because of my hand injury, I cannot type fast. So I have just clicked a photo of the textbook and sent it as a lesson. Because I haven't made any changes in it. So generally, when I make changes, I type it. So I hope it's clear and you can see it properly. Now let's start with this lesson: formation of verbs. Verbs can be formed by adding prefixes, that is letters added before the word, or suffixes, that is letters added at the end of the word. Two words. Now, when you have a word like say behave and I'll add miss before it, it becomes a new word which means misbehave. Okay. Same way obedient becomes disobedient. So this you are adding before the word to make it into another word. Okay, that's called a prefix. So same way you can also say obedient, same thing. You add ly at the end of it. It becomes another word. Okay, so that is called a suffix because it's added at the end of the word. So any extra alphabets or words added at the end of the word are called suffix. Any extra alphabets or words added in the beginning of a word is called prefix. So you can form verbs basically by adding suffix or prefix. Now what you have to remember is that what is a verb? What did I tell you? Verb is something that indicates action. Okay. So you have to think of the word given. Think of it that if I had to show action, what would the word be? And then try to add something before it, that's a prefix or a suffix. Okay, like say moralize. So how can you moralize somebody? You demoralize. Okay, demoralize means you are not moralizing them at all, removing the morals that they have. Okay, that is called demoralize. So you are doing some action, that is you are demoralizing them. Okay, semi centralize, you are decentralizing them. Okay, large, you are making it big, means you are enlarging. Okay, now let's read. Sometimes make changes in spellings are required. Read and study the following example. So sometimes you also have to make a slight change in the spelling, not just add a word in front or add some words at the end. You have to also make changes. Especially this happens when you're adding at the end. Generally, the last alphabet, if it is E, that E is removed and then something is added. Generally, I'm just telling you. So, let's see how it is done. Write, verbs with prefixes beginning with en or em. So, large becomes enlarge, list becomes enlist, sure becomes ensure, balm becomes embalm. Now, what is embalm? Balm here, when you get body pain, someone applies a balm for you, correct? But you're not talking of that balm for your body pain. Here, you're talking of when someone dies and say you want to have the funeral, but people have not, maybe the people are not able to come for the funeral immediately. So, you need to preserve the body, correct? So, then they apply some liquid, some chemicals, and they embalm the body so that it remains fresh for a longer time. So, that is called embalm, em, embalm. Okay. Next one, beginning with im, prison, imprison. Beginning with be, little, be little, set, be set. Next, beginning with disrobe, disrobe. Disrobe means to remove the robe, okay? Band, disband. Disband means if there is a group, you are separating. That time you say they disbanded, okay? So they separated, they went their own way. Now they're no more a group. Beginning with appease, appease. Portion, a portion. Appease means to um, To entice, to, I don't know whether you all know the meaning of entice, means to sort of attract. Okay, so you're trying to appease somebody, make someone happy, make someone forget their problems, make someone feel attracted towards you. Okay, you're appeasing that person towards you, or maybe if the person is sad, so you're trying to appease the person. Okay, next one, verbs with suffixes ending in ise or ize. Popular, popularize; crystal, crystallize; notary, notarize; fertile, fertilize; memory, memorize; advise, advise. Now, advise, advise. There are two words like this, advise and I forgot the other word. If when I remember, I'll tell you. Which just one letter changes, like advice and advisc. So from ce is the noun, se is the verb. Remember that ce is the noun and se is the verb. Uh, this also is for the other word, but I cannot remember what is the word. Okay, if I remember, I will tell you. But this spelling, there's no difference at all. Only one alphabet changes and it becomes from one part of speech to another. Okay, that is from a noun to a verb. There is no specific rule about using ISE or IZD. Okay, now with regard to this, if you say ISE, generally these are all words which we use because we use the British language, British English, correct? In British English, all the spellings is ISE. Well, as in American English, the same spelling, but it will be IZE. Okay, so both both are correct. Both are correct. Okay, what happened? Both are correct, whether you use ISE or IZE. But for us, we follow British English, so it should be ISE. But nowadays, everyone follows even American English, so it can be IZE is also acceptable. Because actually speaking, if you see, the British English is the real English. The Americans have just learned from the Britishers and just changed or made changes according to their liking. Okay. Now, the next one, ending in IFY. Class, classify; glory, glorify; satisfaction, satisfy; simple, simplify; horror, horrify; justification, justify; ending in en. Height, heighten. Heighten means make it more in height, increase the height. Glad, gladden means to make happy. Awake, awaken. Bright, brighten. Ending in ate. Domestic, domesticate. You know what's domesticate? Domesticated animals you have learnt, no? Cow is a domesticated animal, domestic animal. So that you are making them domestic. That is what you say in Hindi, paltu. Okay. So you are taking care of them and keeping them with you in your house, well as maybe they should be left free in the open. So you're domesticating them. Okay. People, populate; vaccine, vaccinate; facility, facilitate. Okay, shortening a word. So not only do you add a prefix or a suffix, but you can also shorten the word and make it into a verb. Shorten the word with a spelling change. Okay, shorten the word with a spelling change. So imagination. Imagine you are doing something. Imagine. Arrangement. So arrange. Composition, compose. So you're composing a poem, you're arranging a party, you're imagining a scene. Okay. Explanation, you're explaining a lesson. So explain. Simply shorten the word. Growth becomes grow. Excellent becomes excel. Discovery becomes discover. And last, changing the ending. Change the ending F to VE, like proof becomes prove. So I have to prove that I am right, or this is wrong, or you have to prove why this is like this. So that is something you have to do. Remember, you are doing something, you are excelling, you are growing, you are arranging, you are imagining, you are discovering, you are explaining, you are composing. Okay, so these are all verbs. So first thing you have to remember when you're forming verbs is that they are all words which indicate action. Okay, so words that indicate action. Okay, now we go to the next one. Write the verb form of. Write, I'm reading the words, okay? Authority, strength, sad. Okay, now when you're writing sadden, S-A-D-D-E-N, remember D is there twice, okay? Social, vision, rich, practice, friend, courage, slave, calculation, bitter, compass, valid, energy, beauty, prison, straight, joy, belief, permission, defiance, invasion, notification. Okay, so these are 25 words. Next one, rewrite using the verb form of the verbs underlined. The priest made a proclamation. Now what do you have to do? What did I tell you? See, now here, when you're making it in the sentence, now when they just tell you write the verb form of, you have to make it mostly in without the tenses, like not the past tense or not ing. Okay, like you say weeping, not you will not write weeping, you will write weep. Okay, wept, or no, you will not write even past tense. Generally, you write the present tense. Okay, now so over here when you're making in the sentence form, you have to change it, or you can change it according to the need of the sentence. Like if the sentence is in the present tense, you write it in the present tense. Sentence is in the past tense, you write the verb in the past tense. Clear? If it's future tense, you write it in the future tense. So here you see the priest made a proclamation. So here he already finished making. He made a proclamation. Correct now? So proclamation, proclaim. Main word is proclaim. And what will be the past tense? Proclaimed. Right? So you will write here proclaimed. Why does it come proclaimed? Because here you see this is past tense. Priest made. Okay? Okay. Supposing it was the priest makes. See, the reason I'm telling you is I'm not going to give you, till now I have given you exactly as it is. You know I always change, correct? In 7th standard also I have told you all I will change the sentence because you are not supposed to learn it by heart. You're supposed to understand and do. So supposing the same sentence, but I say the priest makes a proclamation. So your answer will be the priest proclaims. Okay? Not proclaimed. Proclaims. Clear? So you will change this word according to the tense of this sentence. According to the tense of the sentence. Right? Now here this was past tense because this is made. That's why. Sorry. That's why it becomes proclaimed. Okay, let's read the next sentence. Will you spare some time to have a discussion about it with me? Oh, I haven't underlined the word. This is the word. You will have to underline the word discussion. So, will you spare some time to dash about it with me? So, to have a discussion about it with me, you will have to underline this word. Okay. Next one. It is my belief that India had its first vision of freedom in 1857. So, belief becomes. Okay, I'll tell you another way which is quite easy to do this. When you're doing it, imagine this word proclamation. Okay, and you know the word to. So if you have to say to proclaim, then now you change it according to the tense. To proclaim or proclaiming or proclaimed. That what you have to put. So here to discuss, and here it is my belief. So to, okay. So you think of the word, that is your main or root verb. I have taught you a root verb in the seventh. So that is your main or root verb. So first think of the root verb and then think whether you should write it in the present tense, past tense or the future tense. Okay, let me read it now. It is my belief that India had its first vision of freedom in 1857. She takes a seat by her mother's side. Have I your permission to announce it? Okay, now in the fourth one, this may not apply because this word changes totally. It becomes to sit, but you will not write. So you have to think. I just told you to sit. So what is the present tense? What is the past tense? And what is the future tense? Here, what is this? This is present tense. So you will apply present tense over there. Here, okay. Now I will just. Okay, this you can write by yourself. I'm just keeping it for a few seconds so it helps you to write. Okay, just remember over here the word that to be underlined is discussion. Okay, the word to be underlined is discussion. Okay. So I hope you all have a good day, and sorry for not being able to type it, but I'm sure you'll have understood everything. Okay, thank you, and do your homework. Don't forget, do it sincerely, and if you have any doubt, you can message me anytime. Okay, thank you.